Hey guys. So it's a Saturday today, and went by a scrap metal place, Aaron's Metals. It's pretty great, and got this humongous piece of stainless steel. It's a 316. I'm not sure if it's like 316L or just 316. I'm not really too sure like what the difference is. I think one's like non-magnetic and one is magnetic, but don't quote me on that one. Yeah, and ended up paying $60 for this. I sort of underestimated how heavy this thing was, and when you're there, everything's so big that's like, this doesn't look that big, but when I put this thing in the garage, wow, really overkill, but that's alright. I think the dimensions are on the back. Maybe not. Oh, it says 15.5 by 24.5, and this looks a lot more than that. I don't think it's 15.5 inches right here. So, there's other numbers back here. I don't know if it's like, I don't know. I would move this to show you guys, but it's so like they weigh it, and I saw an 8 on the scale, and I thought it went to like 2 decimal places, so I was like thinking, oh, it's like 8.5 pounds, and then $60 for that. And I was thinking, okay, maybe this grade of stainless steel is just really expensive or something. And $6 a pound doesn't seem too outrageous, I don't know. But they were using like a forklift to lift this thing, and I was, I didn't touch it before, so I was like, I don't know why they're doing that, but we put it in the back of our car, drove it home, and taking this thing out, oh my gosh, because I was helping them, loading this thing in, but since it was like, when you're on the end right here, you guys probably see that, but when you're on the end right here, it's like, okay, maybe it's like, if there's 8 pounds dispersed through all that, and you're just at one end, then it's gonna feel a lot heavier, more and more over there. So, I think I'm good maybe. And plus, it's like it didn't fit like too well. It fit like just perfectly. So I thought it was just getting caught in a lot of things. So it's like so hard to move it, but getting the thing out. I was like, it's definitely not 8 pounds, and I'm pretty sure it's like 80 pounds, and I'll try to lift it. I can't lift it. It's decently hard to get bigger. One edge, you can go like that. Very good. And it's really bad for your shoulders, but I can't even lift both ends. It doesn't move so heavy. It's definitely not 8 pounds. So, obviously I'm gonna use this for HHO generator. Make the plates out of this. Since I got so much, I think I'm actually gonna make like a pretty big one. Not too sure about what I'm going to use for everything, but I don't know. I think I might use some like thick PVC pipe, it's like 6-inch or something. I feel like I should use all of it, because I don't know, leftovers. They never complete another project, or that's what I think. They could definitely. but like I don't know, like $60 just for HHO generator. Not much, but like just for the sheet metal, it's way too much. So yeah, I think I'm gonna save a lot of this. I'll cut a little strip off, and I hope with like a reciprocating saw. I don't know if it'll work because it's I think it says on here. Let me see. Yeah, it says 12 gauge, or it says GA 12 times 60. That might not be right. I don't know. It sort of looks like 12 gauge though. So, you know, that's probably around an eighth of an inch, which is a bit thick for my application, because what you want is surface area. But, you know, whatever, should be fine. Another thing I started thinking like, how am I gonna connect so I'm gonna have, stacks of plates, and alternating plates are, positive, and alternating plates on the other non-positive ones are negative, honestly. And if this thing's sitting in a bath of like sodium hydroxide, and it's probably get distilled water. Probably get distilled water. Just so it doesn't like rust or anything like that. You get like chlorine, some fluorine, I guess, in the water. Smiles, and that's 3/16 stainless steel might not be good. So, and that might cost a little, or add to the cost a little, to operate this thing, but it's fine. Don't have to replace sodium hydroxide, because it should separate into sodium and like hydroxide, like fully on that. I don't know, I haven't really done too much about electrolysis and stuff, but like putting sodium hydroxide into water splits it a little, but there's still I don't know actually, but it should just end up making like water and then sodium, and then sodium should react back with water and sodium hydroxide. So then it should just end up being hydrogen and oxygen. That'd be cool. And so what you have to look out for is like hydroxide, metal hydroxides, or whatever, forming on your negative plate, so cathode, I guess. And that's why you get good grade stainless steel, so it doesn't have much, But this stuff's pretty thick, so even if it does, it'll take like a long time for it to degrade, like for the whatever output I get up first, for it to like actually start degrading. We're under time, so I think I'm gonna clean the garage a little. This thing's huge, so I might clean it up. There's some big dirt spot, and I don't know about this. Bunch of dust right there. This is just like to protect that side. It doesn't really matter for. You know what? I should probably keep it on. I'll just take the dust out, but for other projects, it doesn't matter for a HHO generator, but for other projects, let's say I want like to replace that aluminum sheet with stainless steel, which actually would be a good idea. Might scratches on it. So, yeah. What else? So I gotta get some stuff at Home Depot. I don't know what they're doing, but yeah, and I'm thinking of making a miniature one. Just I mean, you gotta go slow with this. It's still gonna be pretty cool. I'll be able to do some stuff with it, but I won't get like a good, nice, big flame. I'm not too sure about how big of a flame I get either, because looking at YouTube, they're producing quite a lot of hydrogen, and then their flame is super small, but then it's like it's like a pencil flame. It's like a mechanical pencil flame. It's really thin. I don't know. Still works. Still cool, and it'd still work for welding things. For my vacuum chamber, welding my stuff like that. That's gonna come in handy a ton, because you want a really clean, real clean weld, I guess, or a fuse or anything like that, because it's just gonna end up producing water, so it's great, as opposed to using. Well, you could use like a stick welder. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I don't really have anything that would do that yet. But you also use, well, no, actually, I don't know. You use a carbon arc, then you got a lot of extra carbon, obviously. So. And then obviously propane and stuff like that, it's not going to cut it. It's going to leave. Especially, if you have like propane with added oxygen, and I guess same thing. My parents are coming. You know what, guys? I'll finish this later. So, yeah, adios, guys.